My name's Owen Hayes. I'm the president of the Students' Union here in UCC, and this is my first video blog. Been a long time coming, I know, but I think it's a little bit more personal if I talk to you like this rather than writing everything down. Just going to give you a little bit of an update on what we've been up to here in the union. Thursday, the 28th of January, we were in the Dáil. The presidents of the universities were standing in front of a Oireachtas Joint Committee on Education and Science to account for the registration fee, and I was there. And the real presidents, the college presidents, not the Students' Union presidents, we were just in the visitors gallery. And basically the committee were investigating how the registration charge is spent. I'm happy to say that there is now a consultation process as dictated by the Framework for Good Practice for the first time in 12 years, for students' unions to now have an input into how that registration charge is spent, which hasn't been previously adhered to in UCC or in any university for that matter, as a result of the pressure that we've put on them. Also looking at Raise and Give Week. Raise and Give Week is on tonight and following for a week. It's obviously the biggest charity week in the college calendar, and also some would say the biggest party week, although I'm sort of partial to Freshers Week more than I am to Raise and Give Week. But anyway, if you'd like to buy hoodies, this is them. This is one of them. They come in 4 colours: navy, pink, teal, teal sort of blue, and grey as well. So you can pick those up from the SU box office in the student centre, and 25% of all proceeds goes directly towards charity. We're going to really try and boost up the amount of charity money that we're raising this year. The record is 32,000 or 36,000, so we're going to try and beat that this year as best we can. The 4 charities are the Life Centre and Sundays Well, which helps disadvantaged kids with their educational needs from disadvantaged backgrounds. Some of them actually come from really poor backgrounds that would be centred on drugs, lifestyle of drugs. The second charity is Our Lady's Hospital for Sick Children in Crumlin. The third charity is UCC St. Vincent de Paul Society. And the fourth charity is St. Damian's Pediatric Hospital in Port-au-Prince in Haiti. That was a new addition. We'd actually selected the 3 charities before Christmas, and the fourth one, because of the Haiti disaster, we decided we'd pick that one. They actually have a connection to UCC through the sports office, and obviously a really good cause. So the next thing on the agenda is the elections. Looks like there's 5 candidates for president, which is amazing. I don't think there's been that many since I've been in college anyway. So it looks like it's going to heat up. The nominations open on Monday the 15th of February. So come into the Students' Union building and you can pick up a nominations form and get your 500 signatures or 250 signatures or whatever it is to get your nomination for president or education officer or welfare officer, deputy president, the entertainment officer, or the Irish officer. So we have a few sort of constitutional changes coming our way through the elections as well, hopefully, and sort of change how the direction the union is going in and how we do business in the union. The elections are going to be crazy this year, I think. It looks like it's really heating up. It's going to be really interesting for me to watch and for you guys to vote and decide. One of the big things that I want to talk to everybody about this time around is the community initiative that we're running for Raise and Give Week. There's been a lot of rumors going around in terms of how this, student patrol, as it's being known, is working during Raise and Give Week. But I suppose the primary sort of impetus and momentum for it coming was student safety. I don't know if many of you are aware, but there was a stabbing on College Road at the beginning of the year. 2 intruders entered a house and stabbed a student in his house and beat up his housemate. There have been rising break-ins and laptops being stolen from houses, from a rising crime generally, gangs attacking students, on College Road, Galabi sort of area, Bark Street, and just a rise in sort of general, deterioration of safety, of student safety in the sort of UCC area. So that was, for me, was the main focus of sort of trying this initiative. And the pilot scheme is sort of happening during Raise and Give Week because it's a time where there's so much activity going on campus that it would be very easy for crime rates to sort of spike. The second sort of reason why we looked at a student patrol was I'm getting very concerned. Since I've been president, there have been 7 student deaths, and there's been a high proportion of those have been alcohol related. So I'm particularly worried about the excessive use of alcohol and how it's affecting people's behaviour and how it's putting their lives at risk, quite literally. Um, we've all drank too much. I mean, put my hands up. I've been there. But I mean, the consequences of drinking too much, damage to property, health problems. There's a minority of people out there who can't handle it. Most of us can. Most of us can go out, have a bit to drink, maybe one too many, and then decide, all right, now it's time to go home. But there are some of us out there who don't know when that time is, and it's sort of like trying to protect those people from themselves, really. Um, the third real focus of the initiative is on antisocial behaviour, which plays really well with the press and with the publicity, with the university and all that, and the Gardaí. I mean, fundamentally, Rag Week is about, as has been known in the past, is a publicity game. I mean, there's every time there's a Raise and Give Week in anywhere throughout the country. NUIG's Rag Week got cancelled last year. It doesn't look like it's going too well this year. Um, we're playing a publicity game here in terms of how we deal with the public and how we deal with future employers, how we deal with the Gardaí, how we deal with residents, how we deal with the university. If we want Rag Week to stay or Raise and Give Week to stay, then we need to have some sort of positive publicity associated with it, like the charity, which seems to get lost every year, and like the fact that we can have house parties and we can have a good time without destroying property. I mean, if we go down the route of not caring about the publicity, then you're not going to get a constant on the quad, which is something we've been lobbying the university for all year, because the residents aren't going to buy into it if they see sort of antisocial behaviour every time we have sort of a bit of fun around the campus. Um, the one of the things that really frustrates me is how reputable is my degree going to be as a result of antisocial behaviour in UCC. I mean, I expect to walk into a job interview and for someone to say, okay, you have a degree from University College Cork. This is a guy that we want to hire. That's a fantastic university in Ireland. Um, I don't want the first thing that they think about to think about, the yob students or the animals, as we've been called by residents and has been published in the paper. I don't want that to be the first thought that an employer has. On the sort of legal side of things, the Gardaí have sort of really upped their game this year. It's zero tolerance. They are not, they're not letting people off, with a drink on the street. 63 on the spot fine immediately, no chance. There is no, if you see somebody egging something or pissing in a letterbox, public order offence. If you were convicted of a public order offence in Ireland, that prevents you from getting a J1 visa. So you can't go to the States this summer if you're convicted of it in Ireland, as a result of Raise and Give Week. It also can affect your work applications. If somebody decides to do a criminal background check on you, that can come up in your employment. So in a way, like we're trying to inform people of what the situations can be, and we're doing it all for you. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about trying to preserve Raise and Give Week as being a fun and charitably based initiative for students, to give back to the community and to have a bit of a laugh as well. I mean, I don't want to take that away from you guys, but obviously there have been sort of turns that have been taken, and we're going to try and address those for you. If you want to email me, you can email me at owen@uccsu.ie about anything, any issue that you have at all, whether it's library opening times to when what the story is of the community initiative to getting somebody's business to donate towards the charities for Raise and Give Week. I really hope you guys enjoy the week. We've put a lot of effort into it. 130 events. Sam, the entertainment officer, Katrina, the charity coordinator, and Ian, the deputy president, have put enormous work into this thing. Being the best week that we can make it. So I really hope you have a great time, and I hope we raise as much money for charity as possible. So enjoy the week, and we'll talk to you soon.